Hello everyone and welcome to the
Captain and Masked Guy show.
We're filming live from the Fires of Mordor. And if you don't know where the Fires of Mordor, head north to a little town called Toronto. It's about as fiery Mordor as you can possibly get. I am Captain Fizz and I'm here with my co-host.
What's up? El Hombre Loco Enmascarado. Of course.
Apparently he forgot his name. He's just
Yeah. You know what? Just call me Mask.
Okay, Mr. Mask.
Yes, I think from now on, just to simplify things, you can just call me Mask or Mask Guy. If you really must, you can call me Loco, but you know what?
I won't say on air what I call him. It's inappropriate for everybody but me. But anyways, today we mark the Captain Fizz takeover show, where basically I do all the crazy shenanigans. It was supposed to be filmed on Friday, then we've had a...
Well, you know what? We apologize for that. We
don't.
Well, I mean, in that sense, we do. There was a kind of a family emergency in amongst our loved ones, which kind of delayed things a couple of days.
We needed to make sure everything was figured out before we went on air. Everything's figured out. We're on air. We're going to jump in straight to something that's been bugging me. The American so-called political president race.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I think it's a joke. We have people like Hillary Clinton. We have people like the Bush family. Again. Because apparently one Bush was not enough. Now we have to deal with 4 Bushes.
You can never have enough Bush.
Oh, we can never have enough Bush. Well, it is...
Honey, if you're listening to this, I apologize. And let me just say, Lord, I apologize. And bless the pygmies in Africa.
It is ironic.
Amen.
It is ironic that we have a Bush running while we have a Clinton trying to run. Because you can't have Clinton without Bush. Thank you, Bill. You have given me huge comedy gold.
And I have nothing to say to that.
Absolutely. There's nothing to say. It's Clinton, Bush. Clinton, Bush. Bush, Clinton. It goes without saying. But we're going to go to another hairpiece. Yes, hairpiece.
I think I know where you're going here.
Donald Trump. It's got to make you question, who's actually running for president? Sorry, up here we call it prime minister because prime minister makes more sense.
Do you think that the whole reason why the United States went with president as opposed to premier,
prime minister,
you know, is that it was their way of thumbing their nose at the political system in, you know, England?
And where has that gotten them?
I don't know. They are the world power.
Were the world power. Now
they?
It's a whole bunch of Muslims because they got the bomb.
And now things just got a little bit racy.
I'm kidding. Anyways, back to Donald Trump. Hairpiece. Donald Trump's hairpiece. It's not Donald Trump running for president. It is Donald Trump's hairpiece. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it's Invasion of the hairpiece.
What I really think it is that, you know, his hairpiece is actually Brainiac. You know, in the comics, listen, I know this is your takeover show, but, you know, in the comics, Brainiac actually goes off and latches onto people's heads and takes over.
Yeah, but, okay, first of all, the key word in Brainiac is brain. Donald Trump doesn't have one. That's like trying to feed a starving kid with crackers.
Well, you know what, the guy obviously has some brains because he wouldn't, you know, have gone to where he has... you know, being, you know, really dumb.
But there's Empire brain and there's President brain. Sorry, I keep thinking of Pinky and the Brain now. There was an episode where Brain tried to become president, and I think that's exactly how Donald Trump's run is going to end. In complete failure.
I don't know, for some reason, when you say Pinky in the Brain, for some reason, I'm thinking of George H.W. Bush and his running partner there, Dan Quill, was there?
Yes.
Yes, definitely, Dan Quill was definitely not the brain of that,
So, over the last week, we have the strangest conversations in a van. No, yes, it is white. No, we are not that people. We don't have candy. But anyways, it is our brain thinking tube. Yes, brain thinking tube.
And so, one of these days, we're definitely going to have to do a video from, or a podcast from the band, because that is where the real magic would be coming from.
But unfortunately, right now, it is sitting in the fires of Mordor. Frodo threw it in like a ring.
That's the last time I let you drive.
You know what? It was fun while it lasted. Curb, cow, fire! It was the fire that did it. Not the cows, because cows are innocent. They mutate, but they're innocent. So, we came up with this strangest thing. My cohort has the worst possible saying ever, and I apologize to people who think this is offensive, but he says, holy shit.
I do not say that.
Okay, holy crap.
I don't know if I say that either.
You said something. Or was it me? I can't...
You went off, and you're the one who said it, and then I said It wasn't that, particular, fecal matter was not necessarily holy. It was, the porcelain that was holy.
Right. I forgot.
Offering to the porcelain gods.
So instead of like the Mayans where they sacrificed people, and overseas, way back when they sacrificed dogs, I think it was the Egyptians, and then they sacrificed goats and what, we sacrifice crap. Because it is more useful. We have abundance of crap.
So yes.
We sit over our...
We sacrifice, our disposables.
Income.
Yeah, our disposable income. That's a nice way to put it. The porcelain gods.
We spend our income on food. It becomes disposable out of our bottoms into a porcelain throne where we worship the deities and hope to hell it doesn't mutate into abominations that come back and stink us.
Well, it's... And then, when you think about it, a lot of people who have, terrible hangovers, they end up praying to the toilet. They go,
I have never once prayed to the toilet. Never. I have prayed to everything but the toilet. I have prayed to the bushes and the trees. I have personally watered most of them. I don't even know where that saying comes from. We have so many stupid things that go through our head when we're driving. I don't understand why we think any of it makes sense. But in my head, I have considered that people are like gremlins.
People are like gremlins, you say?
Yes. See, with in theory, gremlins, you can't feed or water them after a certain time. With people, we are born as gremlins. We wake up as gremlins. We stop being gremlins when you give us coffee. It's coffee that wakes us up from being a gremlin. Because coffee saves people from being murdered. I can't count how many times I've tried to kill somebody because I didn't have enough coffee. Yeah. Most of the murders happen because there's not enough coffee in their system. If you made sure people had enough coffee, like I have right now, people would not be murdered. It's a given. Coffee saves lives.
At least in your case, anyways.
If I go to the hospital, I don't want to be hooked up to a blood machine. Put the friggin' IV in my arm, fill it up with coffee, and there we go. I'm good for another few hours.
Honestly, I just wish people could see you doing the monkey dance as you were singing that.
I love the monkey dance. It makes me feel closer to my roots. Because I was raised by monkeys in the Sahara Desert. Hey, it's better to say I was raised by penguins in, at Africa, or Madagascar, because Madagascar is not part of Africa.
Okay, I completely flunked out of geography, so I'm not going to even argue that.
Geography, geometry, geography, they're all the same. So they rhyme with giraffe. Giraffe, geography. See? They're equal.
Fair enough.
They're both useless waste of time. Mm-hmm. Long necks. The other thing I can't understand, we have 2-wheel bikes. They're useful. What's the purpose of a 1-wheel bike that basically just attaches to your bottom? Yes, we're back to the bottom.
I think we're going to be talking about a lot about...
I like bottoms. They're useful. They're cushiony, they're plump, they're... I can't think of any other word to describe a bottom.
Because you went off and, you started thinking of other things.
Udders. I talked about udder things.
Udder things.
Oh, God, we're back to the cow jokes. I think this is the lowest show we've had in a long time. There's no knowledge, there's no sense. There's just us sitting in
Well, this is what happens when you take over. I mean, at least when I'm moderating, we actually are doing something.
We are doing something. We're acknowledging the fact that insanity makes sense. We have insane leaders. Why not have insane podcast hosts?
First off, I think we were already insane.
Right.
We're just proving it now.
Right. I still acknowledge the fact that you stole my ship.
I did not steal your ship.
You stole my ship. I saw you putting it over your shoulder, walking down the street with my ship.
First off,
I have a little dinghy.
If you saw how big I am, you would know I don't walk very far.
My dinghy didn't get very far. I have a tiny dinghy. I apologize to my viewers who may have lost some IQ during the show. It will not happen. Yes, it will. This is my takeover show. This is what you get when I take over.
This is what I feared when I was, talking about it in episode 1, where you would just go off and make me laugh so hard I wouldn't be able to say anything.
Well, you know what? That's acceptable. Okay, so I have one interesting question. I'm watching you sit here drinking out of a frozen cup. And no, not frozen with ice. We're talking the Disney Princess Frozen.
First off, there is no princess on this cup. It's just Olaf.
Okay, well, you can be forgiven now. But Frozen is like an animated version of Canada. It's frozen tundra. I can't talk without burping now.
Okay, as you're saying this, it is currently about about 85 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm not talking outside. Right now. We're not talking Fahrenheit. We're talking Celsius, so it's roughly around that.
Roughly around 30 degrees Celsius, I think.
I am currently sitting here in Speedos.
No, you're not.
I wish I was sitting here in Speedos.
I don't. I wouldn't be here if you were.
My Speedos bring all the boys to the yard. Why am I going back to the monkey dance? Oh, God, this is hilarious. So, yes, it's hot, but in the winter, Frozen is like Canada. It's a frozen, barren wasteland. We cut into our mooses and we hide it in them. It keeps us warm for the long winter. Sorry, it came back from a commercial. I can't even remember what that's from anymore.
Oh my.
I'm stealing comedy shows. I am apologizing. But most of our material, our insanity, comes from other people's inspiration. I believe that one actually came from the one and only Jim Carrey from back when he did stand-up comedy in Toronto. The capital of Canada. Or so they want us to assume.
Well, honestly...
The real capital is Halifax. Because they have fishes. Fishes make capitalism.